Now, once vaccines are more available to everyone, you could soon need proof of COVID vaccination to travel, to get into crowded places. It's called a green passport, and it's already in use in some countries. ABC 10 News reporter Jared Aarons takes an in-depth look at this idea and what local leaders are saying about the potential for it here in San Diego.
The Green Passport is already widely used in Israel, where an app with a QR code like this is required to get into gyms, hotels, movie theaters, stadiums, restaurants, and more. Now, the European Union is considering a similar pass that would allow travel between member countries. There's nothing like it here in the U.S. yet, but it's already a hot topic across San Diego.
I think it's great.
Speaking at his news conference last week, Supervisor Chair Nathan Fletcher touted the idea of a green passport as both a way to help the county reopen and convince people to get their shots.
A program like that, when we get to a day of plenty of vaccines, might help encourage or incentivize some folks to get vaccinated that otherwise, may not want to go through what they perceive as a hassle of getting vaccinated.
It's a view shared by some business leaders who believe it can get life and the economy back to normal.
There was a way to identify individuals who have been vaccinated and make it easy. I think that we could find a way to open up more of those avenues, whether it be outdoor events or concerts or things of that nature, which still are on lockdown.
That's Gaslamp Quarter Association Director Michael Trimble. Both he and Chairman Fletcher spoke of the Green Passport in broad, countrywide terms. Experts say a program like that would have to come from the federal government to make sure all states, counties, and cities are on the same page. But that's exactly why skeptics like SDSU's Dr. Corinne McDaniels-Davidson argue it won't happen.
We have a very different culture here. We have a culture that's focused on individualism, and I think that kind of blanket policy might not fly here like it can fly in some of the more collectivist countries.
The U.S. never came to consensus on mask mandates or shutdowns, so adding a green passport to reopen seems unlikely. Other critics point to ethical concerns as vaccine rollouts target certain age groups and workers, leaving others, particularly minorities, behind. Requiring a green pass would put those without one at a greater disadvantage.
It's really quite complicated. There's a lot of ethical and legal issues surrounding this. Upfront, the concept seems really simple, but it's really more complex.
The European Union plans to vote on their Green Pass program later this month, and several airlines are looking into the idea ahead of summer travel. But the WHO in February said that countries should not require proof of vaccination for travel, at least not until more people have the chance to get the vaccine. Jared Aarons, ABC 10 News.
Well, if you have a story idea that requires an in-depth look, our team would love to hear from you. Just send an email to that address, tips@10news.com.